My next guest takes on Nasrat Haqparast coming up here at UFC Fight Night 127 on March 17th. It is Alex Reyes joining me here on the program for the very first time. Alex, how are you?
I'm good. What's up, guys? Hey, James, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. I'm glad to talk to you. And this is a big deal, man. It's your first fight outside of North America, outside the U.S., I should say. Is this something you're excited for, or would you prefer to fight on closer to home?
No, man, I'm super excited, man. And, you know, this is what it's about, getting to fight. Do what you love and travel the world, man. I'm pretty excited to go out to London and put on a fight for the fans out there, but also to see London, you know. Definitely excited for that for sure, man.
That's awesome. When are you planning on traveling there? Have you kind of mapped that out yet?
You know, the UFC will give me details, and my manager, they'll send me, you know, my flight itinerary and everything, but I haven't got it yet. But I hear it's a horrible flight, man. It's like 14 hours or something. I'm like, geez. So I'll be prepared for that. I have my headphones and my pillow to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, you got to go with a 3-prong attack if you're going on a long flight, okay? So you need the airplane pillow, which is essential. If you don't have one of those, you're wasting your time. You need the noise-canceling headphones. You know, you got to spend a little bit more. Get the Bose headphones, the nice ones. Those will, you know, cancel out any noise, any screaming babies. You won't even hear that stuff on there. And, of course, the third thing you need is a sleep mask. So if you want to sleep, that way no one will bother you. You get the sleep mask, get the noise-canceling headphones, and then you're set. That's what you got to do. That's my 3-prong attack, so...
You know, I'll make sure I add that to my
talk to Jason and get that added in the contract or something like that. Or,
yeah,
for sure. We got to talk about your last fight, man. You know, a lot of guys would not take that fight. You took that fight. I mean, I think that just shows the type of character you are. You went up a weight class and you fought Mike Perry. There's welterweights right now who won't fight Mike Perry. Do you just sort of take away from that performance just that, hey, you went in there, you got the jitters out of the way if there were any, and you kind of just take away that?
Man, talk about the jitters, man. You step in on your first fight as a co-main event, you know what I mean? Replacing a legend like Thiago Alves and stepping in there against, you know, Mike Perry. You know, he's obviously on a run. He's doing really well. But it doesn't get much more jitters than that. You know, I had 3-day notice. You know, I got the call, took the fight, super excited. You know, it was a complete rush. It was a whirlwind. You know what I mean? The term that they were using at the time. Which is true, man. I was training that morning at practice. I got the call. I said, yes, let's do it. You know what I mean? You know, and to be honest with you, man, I didn't know much about Mike Perry because he's in the welterweight division. So my eye wasn't on the welterweight division. I was, you know, keeping an eye out on the lightweight division. So I got offered a call a year ago. I got offered to fight in the UFC against Berkman. It was like October, you know, 2016 or something like that. And I couldn't at that time, you know what I mean? I had injury, just coming off an injury. So I was crushed, and I told myself, if they ever call me again, I don't care who it is, you know, we're gonna go in there and bang, you know. I'm confident in my skills and my ability. I mean, all my wins I have by finish, you know, so I believe, you know, I belong in this organization. I go out there and I put on a show. So I said, let's go, man, let's do it. You know, took the fight, went and did medicals, you know, had a couple interviews, you know, didn't really sleep that night, you know what I mean? Because I was packing all my stuff, filling out the stuff for USADA and the UFC paperwork, man, which, you know, took a couple hours, and watching those videos and stuff. So it took a lot of my time. And then I had to leave the next morning by 4. So I slept maybe an hour, maybe, you know, on top of being excited, you know, to go. So we drove from Victorville out to LA to catch our flight. And the flight left at 6:45. We left at 4. I thought I'd have enough time. I normally don't drive down the freeway at that time in the morning. Apparently, there's a lot of traffic. So I missed my first flight, and I was panicking. UFC took care of it. They put me on the next flight out, and so I flew out there all day. I get there. As soon as I get there, you know, it's just a rush, you know, to get me fitted with my UFC stuff, you know, finish up other last-minute paperwork, prepping me, getting ready, and then the next day's weigh-ins. You know what I mean? So I had one meal that night, and then next morning was weigh-ins, and I came in lighter than I normally come in. I was walking around lighter than I normally do for a 55 fight, you know. And the main reason for that was because my manager, after one of my last fights, I knocked the guy out like in a minute, and he's like, hey, man, keep your weight down really low because, you know, just be ready. We might get you on a short notice. So I was expecting a short notice, just not at 70. So I was walking around, you know, 65, you know what I mean, ready to you know, make that last-minute weight cut. And so I came in a little bit lighter for the fight. Woke up, made weight. Everything was awesome. But just the whole experience, you know, being there, being in the UFC lights, it really is a dream come true, man. I enjoyed every minute of it. You know what I mean? The walkout was amazing. You know, it was just, you know, everything that you expect it to be, as a fan of the sport and as an athlete. You know what I mean? I finally get to be at the level of the sport where I can fight other fighters that are at my level and really test myself. You know what I mean? So I was super excited, and the fight didn't go my way. I would say the bigger man won that day, but man, I'd love to run that back maybe at 55, but I doubt that would happen. But man, it was a great experience. I made a mistake. He got me reaching. I didn't want to I was blocking that elbow he was trying to let off that he caught Ellenberger with, and caught me reaching, and I got caught with that knee. It happens. One little mistake in the sport, and you pay for it. So, but yeah, it was a great experience, man. From beginning to end, I had a great time. And so now this time going into this fight, it's completely different, a lot more relaxed. I have time to prepare. You know what I mean?
Right weight class. It's at 155. I mean, there's
exactly.
lots. I mean, you're kind of just talking about this scenario with the UFC debut, and it's like a lot of guys wouldn't want to go into a situation like that. The cards are sort of stacked against them. And in this one, like you said, you get plenty of notice. You're at 155. You're fighting a guy that's, also coming off a loss. So, I mean, this is kind of a good situation for you, other than the fact it's in London. But hey, like I said, you got the plane ride covered because I just gave you some nice tips there. So there you go.
Either way, it's a good situation, man. I'm fighting in the organization that I've always wanted to fight for, and get to go out there and test myself and prove that I'm the best fighter in this division, one fight at a time. So either way, it doesn't matter who was in front of me. At the lightweight division now, I'm excited to be in there and prove myself. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. I'm loving life right now.
Let's talk about your opponent. He's got the 8-2 record. He's coming off a loss to Marcin Held, also on short notice in his case. How do you feel like you match up against him now that you've had a chance to sort of assess him as an opponent?
I match up really well. You know what I mean? Just as my last opponent said, I'm formidable everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm good on the cage, good on the ground, good wrestling. I believe I have great striking. So it's a great fight for me. Like I said, I can go out there and, like I said, test myself and prove to the fans out there that they got a new face in the division, and I'm going to go out there and make some noise and, like I said, prove it one fight at a time. I'm super excited, bro.
I can tell, man. I'm feeling the positivity in this interview. It's great. Where are you training right now, and who are some of your main training partners for this camp?
So I'm out in Irvine right now with Team Oyama.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Yeah, Oyama, Colin Oyama is an awesome guy. He's a great coach, man. Makes me, pushes me to become a better fighter every day I'm in the gym, man. There's no easy way out. There's no easy practices, man. We work hard every day here, morning and night. And, man, I got tons of great partners. I mean, to list some of the big name guys that I'm training with, I have Brent Primus here. He's coming back out, awesome guy. We've been putting a lot of work in together. The guy's a beast. You know what I mean? Russell Doan, Louis Smoka. Some of these guys are a little bit smaller, but, we all have something to offer. We're all pushing each other and helping and sharing, bouncing ideas off each other, man. It's honestly, Team Oyama is a great, great family, environment, man. It's like a brotherhood. We all push each other and help each other out. We got Alex Perez and Russell Doan fighting in Orlando this weekend. You know what I mean? So, tons of good guys. On top of the other part of the gym. That they're not doing MMA. We have tons of kickboxers that are in here that are solid. Romeo Danza, I've been working with him too, and my buddy Jed. Just tons of solid
looks.
fighters,
That's
man.
kind of the main thing, right? So
yeah,
great.
Man. We got everything out here. Also working with I'm a Zenith Jiu-Jitsu black belt under Robert Drysdale, but I'm also been working with some 10th Planet guys out here, Ron Turner, and just bouncing ideas off each other, man. When you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. You know what I mean? So I'm staying green and continuing to learn different styles and pushing myself, man. It's a great experience, man. I love what I'm doing right now, and I'm out here and just enjoying life, and training, pushing myself. Sometimes it's tough, but all the work's being put in, so I'm excited to get the payoffs.
And I imagine the weight cuts going pretty well. Again, you fought at 55 so many times. I know this is, you have to take the long plane ride, but I imagine you've sort of mapped all that out ahead of time.
Yeah, no, we got it all mapped out. My management, you know what I mean. And I got a good diet plan right now. Easy, man, easy. I've never missed weight, knock on wood. You know what I mean? But I'm a professional. I show up, I make weight, and I go in there and put on a show. Like I said, all my wins have come by finish. So, like I said, I go out there and look for the openings and execute.
Good stuff. How do you see this fight playing out on March 17th?
My hand raised. You know what I mean? Like I said, anywhere he wants to go, you want to on the feet, let's do it. And I'll finish you on the feet, on the ground. Any opportunity you give me, I'm gonna look to finish the fight. So, I'm super excited, man. I see the way the fight going, my hand being raised at the end of the day, and getting to spend time with my family and take my daughter to Disneyland afterwards. So,
nice.
And my new son. I just had a.
Oh, congratulations!
3-month-old son. Yeah. So.
Great. Mine just turned 5 months the other day. So
hey, sleep, huh?
Yeah. You know what? See, I have a bit of a different system. So my wife, she stays up with the baby, and then I just take him in the morning and in the evening. So like right after I'm done this, I'll take him for a little bit. But I already took him this morning because I work from home, so I have kind of that luxury of getting to put time in during the day. So, but I do feel for you dads that have to stay up all the time.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now, being in camp and all out here in Irvine, my wife's in Victorville, where we live. She's Superwoman, man. She's over there, taking care of the kids, both the kids. We own a business. I own a gym in Victorville, and so she's help making sure the gym's running smooth. And man, she's putting just as much work as I am out here. At home, holding everything down. So she's an awesome woman, man. And like I said, I have a blessed life, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her support. And But yeah, after fight camp, I'm pretty sure it's going to change. She's like, all right, man, it's your turn. You're staying up all night.
Yeah.
I already know I'm going to be in for double duty, but hey, it's all good. It's teamwork, making the dream work. So
exactly. You said it perfect there. What do you like doing on your downtime? I know obviously you're a family guy, you got a lot going on, but are you getting in any Netflix time or any video games or anything like that? Or is it just, 100% whatever your kids are watching?
You know what, man? Honestly, what I really enjoy doing is like vacationing with my family. Like we'll go, my wife, my kids, we'll go to Big Bear. It's only 45 minutes from us. We'll go up there, spend the day in Big Bear, or we'll go out to Monterey for a week, drive up the California coast. Like I really enjoy that stuff. As far as shows, man, I try not to get into shows so much anymore because like I get really compulsive. And I'll just like binge watch everything, you know what I mean? And I won't sleep. I'll just be watching it all night. So last show that I really got into was Sons of Anarchy, and I watched every single episode in season.
Excellent show.
So, and it was awesome, but like, man, I was very I wasn't very productive during that time. So I'm trying to find a good balance, So my buddy just told me about this new show. I don't know if it's too new, but it's on Netflix called Ozark.
Yeah, I'm literally watching that right now, and it's a little bit new, but it's so good so far. I really like it.
Yeah, I just started it, so I'm only like 2 episodes in, so I'm trying to take my time on that, you know what I mean, and not overdo it. But yeah, it's about it, man. I love vacationing, you know what I mean, with my family. Honestly, just getting away from work, getting away from training for a little bit, and just spending time and enjoying life. That's what I really enjoy.
You sound like an outdoors guy. Have you ever been up to Canada?
Have not been up to Canada, man.
Oh man, because Vancouver's not that far away from you. I think you'd like it up there.
I would love to, man. I really love to. We'll have to set that up and, maybe do a live interview with you out there. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, I'm originally from Vancouver, but I live in Toronto now. But I always plug Vancouver because, people don't realize that it's like there's no snow, like, in the city and anything like that. It's like, there's a bit of rain, but it's still like really nice scenery, lots of mountains and all that. It is very similar to California, except California's way warmer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll spend a week out there, go see you, and you can go show me around Vancouver and Toronto. That'd be awesome, man.
Sure. Anytime you're coming up to Canada, you let me know. I'll be a tour guide. And in the meantime, I'm going to watch you fight. It's UFC Fight Night 127 coming up here March 17th. Alex, it was a great getting a chance to finally talk to you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Oh, man, Executioner155 on Instagram and Twitter, man. Look me up. I'm going to be posting a lot more upcoming to my fight. Sponsors that I have, Nutrition Edge in Victorville, supported me since day one. Stein Chiropractic, Dr. Stein, he's a man. He always keeping me healthy, keeping me lined up. Dethrone Royalty supported me in this fight, man. Sending me some fresh gear, keeping me geared up in MMA clothing. My management, my coaches, man. My wife, everyone, all my students back at Cage Combat Academy, the gym that I own, with me being gone, they all give me their support, and I talk to the instructors every day, and they let me know how everything's going and how the kids are asking for me and see how I'm doing. So I'm going to keep posting so that the kids can see what I'm up to and, continue hopefully to inspire them to, chase their dreams, whatever it may be. And that's about it, man. All my family, all my friends. Yeah, my friend.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.